it's Mommy Tang. Welcome to Asian Vegan Mukbang. Yeah. Today I have something wonderful for you because I've seen these everywhere. Like they have it everywhere now. Except I bet you guys, because I was like that. It's like, you know how sometimes you go to places and you see vegetable, they're just plants, you know? But you look at them, you're like, okay, what is that? I don't know how to cook that. Or I've ate that before somewhere, but I don't know how to cook it. Well, today I have baby bok choy. These are Chinese, they have bigger ones, and they're Chinese cabbage relatives. I don't know, maybe third cousin, fourth cousin, I don't know. It's somewhere in that family. And you know, people make soup out of these. You could make soup stocks, you could do so much things with it. But I only personally do maybe 3 recipes with these, and I'm gonna share them with you today. Just one of them, because I want you to come back for more recipes, you know? Just that's life. Before I go on, I have to vent, okay? I have to get this out. There's so many of you guys leave me comments saying, Mommy Tang, we love you. Oh my God, we love your kids. And oh my gosh, I am so touched. I really, you know how like people say that on YouTube and say like, thank you so much, I love you guys. You know what I mean? Like I never understood that till like now, because you guys give me so much love and I'm so happy and you make my day. So anyways, thank you so much. Okay, now, this message for the haters, okay? There's not many of you guys, but there are some of you, okay? Let me just tell you something. If you say something about me, something about my hair, something about my food, something about my nails, whatever, it doesn't bother me. It just goes in here, like when I read it, it just goes in here and it just goes out that way, okay? Except when you do say something about my kids, I am like ready to I'm like ready to kill you, okay? I'm just like, oh, what you say to me? I'm like, what? Hey, oh, I should have said, kill is a little bit harsh. I'm ready to just go at it, okay? But one of my viewers also said, Mommy Tang, why don't you make a name for your, viewers? You know, other YouTubers, they have like, little nickname for their viewers. And I was like, I'm not that big enough yet. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, what would I call them? You know, like Tang babies or something? I don't know. So somebody suggested maybe Mommy Tang Gang. I was like, that's funny. I kind of laughed it off. I thought it was kind of sweet and brushed it off. So back to the haters, okay? So they write me nasty comments, so I am like ready to get at them, and guess what happens? One of my Tang gangs, okay, goes in there and then writes awesome comment, awesome replies back instead of me, Thank you. So listen, this is a gang, okay? This is organization now, okay? So if you say anything dumb, my Tang gang is gonna come after you. They told me they love me, okay? If you don't believe me, just go on the comments. They love me, okay? They'll come after you, okay? So it's all taken care of. And message for the Tang gangs. I mean, guys, help me out over here, okay? Because if you guys don't help me out, I swear, one day you'll be like, oh, I had a nice sleep. I wonder what Mommy's Tang's mukbang is gonna be today, and you'll find out, oh my God, the channel has been deleted. It might be like that, because when it comes to my kids, somebody messing with my kids, I could go real cuckoo, okay? So if you are one of those haters still watching this video, I have no idea, you should have left a long time ago, but if you're still here, do me a favor, grab my face, okay? And drag it down to the corner of your phone and swish it out, okay? That's what you need to do, okay? Are you still here? I hope not. Come over here. Yeah, because the message was for the haters, and like I don't even want them to see my kid. That's how cuckoo I am over my kids, okay? Right? Who would hate you? I love you. Say be nice. What? Say be nice. You don't want to be mean? You want to be a sweet girl? Yeah. Okay. My intro was a little too long, sorry. Just the haters got me all like, Okay, so we are first going to start boiling water, okay? Obviously, you want to wash your bok choy when you get home, okay? So I have some washed bok choy over here. Peppy, I gotta cook. That means you have to move out of the way. Okay, so you want to boil water and you want to either blanch them or you want to steam them. If you don't know what blanching is, Google type, okay? That's what Google is there for you. You could use either one of these or one of that. I'm going to use one of these, okay? The little flower thingy pop where you're going to just cut the bok choy in half. If you see a small one, you know, if you see a too bigger one, then you could do a quarter size like this. In Korea, we say 숨을 죽인다, okay? That's what it means. It literally means, I don't know, maybe it means something else, but for my understanding, it just means let's kill the breath. Kill the breath out of these. It's a little savage-ish, you know, like kill the plant, you know what I mean? And you know, I noticed that I have a lot of students, viewers that are like in school that need to come up with like fast recipe and stuff. This is very good because you could make a huge portion of it, like I said, and then store it in the refrigerator for a couple of days and just eat it with rice or potato or something. You're gonna steam that up, close that up so it goes steam up a little faster. And you're probably doing this over the sink, so you could just rinse them off, but I don't have a sink, so I have to do this over here. So you're just basically, you don't want to like make it too soggy. They're not going to go soggy because they're bok choy. See how they're really flimsy now? Say like the breath has died. Yeah. It takes about a minute or so. That's pretty much it, okay? I like mine a little bit overcooked. I don't know why. Some people like it like really raw. It's up to you. If you like it a little, you know, softer, then cook a little bit more. If not, then don't. Okay, at this point, you're gonna either bring it to the sink and rinse it off, or you're gonna shock them like I am with ice water, okay? Whatever you like, whatever you are near to. Okay, you're gonna set this aside because I'm gonna show you another recipe with this. Another recipe that goes along really well, so hold on. Remember I told you pretty much all my recipes you need to have rice? Okay, I'm gonna teach you today what to do with some old rice that you have. This could come out of your rice cooker, or this could be any rice that it's cold, just sitting in the stove and you don't know what to do with. I mean, it can't be stale rice, you know? Like common sense here. But just old rice that maybe like a day old rice that you don't know what to do. So what you do is, if you are doing this in your kitchen, you probably have more than one stove, you know, not like me. So you could do this at the same time. You don't have to wait for the other, but you know, same time, do it together, but. So, boil some water, a little bit. See how I have old rice? Old rice, yeah, everybody has old rice, right? You're just gonna scoop a little bit in, whatever the amount that you want. You could put a little bit, you could cook it more, but man, it's up to you. Water and rice. You know, rice is already cooked. Yes, this has to be a cooked rice, okay? I'm just gonna stir, just gonna bring that to boil. So it's pretty much just water and rice. Meanwhile, let's get this recipe going. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the bok choy that's been rinsed and it's been chopped, right? And you're going to, with your hands, squeeze all the water out as much as possible. Now, some of you I know are gonna complain to me, oh, you're getting all the nutrient out of blah, blah, blah. If you feel that way, then save the juice, use it for soup stock, drink it as tea, drink it as whatever. Do whatever you want, okay? I'm not a nutritionist here. I am just a recipe creator. I like that. Recipe creator. Oh! When you see rice like that, you want to put the heat low and then simmer, okay? It only takes a few minutes because remember your rice is already cooked. So you want to squeeze, get all the juice out. See that? See how they're like, now, like, dead. See? Done, okay? You're going to place them in a clean bowl, like so. You're going to season them with soy sauce. I'm using low sodium, very little bit, tiny bit, okay? You're just seasoning it. Like, you don't even really honestly need to do that if you don't want to, if you're like worried about the sodium content. And then the magic happens now. Are you ready? Here comes the magic. Ta-da! Miso, soybean paste, whatever you want to call it. You know, you could use whatever you want. Okay, come on the other side. Okay, so just put tiny bit, because if you are planning to eat the whole thing, then you really have to think how much sodium that you're going to eat. So I'm just going to use this much for this much of bok choy. But if you're making it for like 2-3 people, then put more, whatever. Okay, so bok choy goes in there. Just use one of the bok choy to just kind of scrape it off with your paste. Okay, like that. Good. You could stop right here. The recipe, you could stop right here and eat it. Well, I'll show you what to do. Calm down, just wait a little bit. But we always want to make everything more, you know, upgraded. So, some garlic powder goes in there. Little bit of sugar. I'm using bee-free honey. They're honey, but bee-free. Do you get it? Bee-free honey. Little bit of sugar goes in there. Ooh. That's it, my friends. Now, what you need to do, you need to have clean hands, okay? You're just gonna rub and massage the soy paste onto the, just grab it like this. See how it's like, you know, so you grab it and then you're gonna massage it onto the bok choy, okay? Try to do it like all over. Don't, you know what I mean? You just have to massage it. Take a little bit of time, okay? If you don't want to touch anything with your hands, then use disposable gloves, which, you know, people say like that's not good because it harms the environment, all that stuff. Yeah, so do your thing. Now Koreans, we have this thing called 손맛. 손맛 pretty much means, 손 means hand, 맛 means taste. That it means the taste of that food comes from whoever that is making that. You know, so if you have a better, I guess, hand, then you would have better tasting food. It's because we do a lot of our prep with our hands when we make our food. So if you like your bok choy a little salty, then put a little bit more soy paste. If you don't like too salty, just put a little bit just for the flavor. And pretty much this is it, you know? And you could just eat it like this. Mmm! Mmm! Mmm, 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 mmm. Mmm. You really hear that? Oh, so good. Mmm. Okay. Now, on top of this, if you want to make it really, really Asian, you're gonna put some green, chopped up green onions on top of that. Oh, so good. And you're gonna put some sesame seeds in there, a lot of it. Pour it in there. Onto the, okay. Now if you want oil, you could put sesame oil in here. But let me just tell you something. Last weekend, I had a party at my house. Remember I told you I had a party? I had like 100 plus people come up to my house and I had so much food. I ended up eating like too much, you know? So this week is gonna be like very healthy, okay? Because I can't get fat. I'm not allowed to get fat. Why? Because my brain says so. Okay, excuse me, please, please. So that's it, you guys. Look at how easy that was, okay? So you just put it in the container and just take away whatever you want and that's it. You just place it in a nice plate, okay? The trick to putting Asian food in a nice way is you kind of create a mountain, okay? Instead of like putting it flat, create a mountain, okay? Oh my gosh, look at that. Doesn't that look good?
Huh? I like it.
Here, lick my finger.
Mmm.
Is it good? I love you. I love you. Do you remember the rice that we made with water? Now here it is. It's just like rice in hot water. If you want them really thick, just boil it a little longer, simmer it a little longer. If not, then just like this. Oops. Oh yeah. This will get you really full and it's very satisfying because it has a crunch factor, it has a little bit of sweet, it has salty, it has hot, it has the carbs. It's like a perfect meal and it has no oil. Just a little bit of fat from, you know, the soybean paste and the sesame seeds. Are we ready to eat? Let's eat this out. I'm gonna drink some sparkling water. Saint Pellegrino. All the way, please. All the way, please. Thank you. You did such a good job. Give me a kiss. You're the best. She is the best, isn't she? God. Some of my viewers said that there was vegan kimchi other than mother-in-law, because you know how I feel about mother-in-law. Well, they said you could go to Walmart and find King's kimchi. So if you, oh yeah, I got a Snapchat, guys. Yes. My Snapchat ID, I think is av.mamitang. I think that's what it is. Okay. So I went to Walmart and got a King's kimchi. Yeah, I love the mother-in-laws, but this was way cheaper, like $3 or $4 cheaper. I was like, oh, blown away. Except, okay, it does read the instructions, follow the instructions, okay? Because if you don't follow, it's gonna be a disaster. I'm not gonna tell you what the instructions says. Pretty much, you have to do it over the sink, okay? Now, when I saw this, it says fermentation creates natural bubbling and pressure that may bulge cap. So it is really bulging. So you have to make sure that you open this over the cap, and then when I did, look at how much it's kind of like exploded on the top, and then the juice started leaking, so I caught it with a bowl. Don't throw the juice away. After, when you kind of eat a little bit, just put the juice back, okay? Okay, let's start with the mukbang. Oh. This is like the perfect way to eat old rice, you know, and then it'll get you filled up so fast. Simple food is always the best. Let's taste the King's kimchi. I'm going to compare for you if it's good or bad. Oh. Ready? The sourness is very similar to mother-in-law's. The spiciness, however, is woo, spicy, really spicy. If you can't eat anything spicy, I don't know, you might have to wash that and like make recipes with it. But they were a lot cheaper than mother-in-law's. Really cheap. You could get 2 for the price of 1. Okay, let's move into my bok choy. Oh my gosh. You want one? Baby, look. Baby. Eat it. Oh. I know you're gonna say that. You're just like me. Oh, so refreshing. So healthy for you. That's all I can say. Peppy, it's good, right? Oh my gosh. So easy to make. Don't you think, you guys? Like, there's really nothing. I don't do nothing, but look. You're gonna, listen. Try some of my recipes. Just don't watch me. Just try it. If you cook it a little bit more, you get the really chewy effect. If you cook it a little less, you get the crunchy factor, just like salad. So do whatever you want. Try both. Wait, it's hot, mommy. You know, if you're sick, when you're coming, you know how sometimes you're sick and you have a stomach flu or something, you're hungry, this is a perfect meal. Not too oily. Oh, Pepe. It's too spicy for you. This kimchi is way too spicy for you. This would make good kimchi jjigae or something. Yeah. I'm just eating away. After all, this is my mukbang. Here, Peppy. Not good? The sesame seeds.
I love bubble soup.
Yeah. Back to commenting, right? I got so many comments from you guys from out of one video. I'm so thankful. I really never thought that you guys would leave me such a comments like that, you know? But you know what gets me like really surprised? That there are so many Asian girls on my channel commenting, saying, I love you, Mommy Tang, we love you, Mommy Tang. This might sound off a little bit racist here, but I'm just gonna say it anyways, okay? I live in America. I'm surrounded by non-Asians. When you go to a mall or you go anywhere, you know, other than you go to like a Korean town or Chinatown or something. Let's say you're in a mall and you bump into like an Asian girl. It's just, she could be like a mile away and already it's like eye to eye. We check each other out. Seriously, Asian girl, don't you do that? Seriously, don't you do that? I do that. I bet they do that too. The funny thing is, not everyone's like this, but some Asian girls, they check you out and they just give you like a weird vibe, like what you're looking at kind of thing, you know? When you're younger and like in your high school or whatever, younger, like, you know, your mom's friend's daughter or something, it's easy to meet, you know, Asian people around. When you get older, it's hard to meet Asians around and make them as your friends. And for some reason, I met way too many bitchy Asian girls. Way too many in my lifetime, okay? I always teach my kids, be nice to strangers, okay? There's no point in being nice to the ones that are nice to you. That doesn't make you a nice person. You're nice to them because they're nice to you. If you really want to become a nice person, okay, you have to be nice to strangers. And sometimes when I see like some Asian girls that I met before through a friend or something, and you meet them at the mall, your eyes and her eyes like meet, okay? You know she's there, she knows you're there. They are one of those type of girls, they just kind of like ignore you and walk away. I am not one of those, okay? I will chase after you. And be like, oh my gosh, hi, do you remember me? Okay? And they'll, of course, they put on a fake act. Oh, wait, Then I put on a fake act, okay? At that moment, I'm like, don't you remember, you know, I met you through her and da-da-da-da. And she's like, oh, yeah. Like, as if. The reason they looked at you and ignored you because they know who you are, okay? That's just shady in my book, okay? Honey, you're creating a mess.
Oh.
You know, I don't like being that kind of person. I want you to be nice, you know what I mean? So, for some reason, I just had like a bad impression on some Asian girls. Especially the girls that are like, are similar to you. You know, maybe they dress like you, they kind of dress like you, or, you know, they have a similar attitude or something, you know? I don't have time for that, like I said. I gotta do mukbang. I gotta add Snapchat to my life. I gotta do Snapchat, I gotta do Instagram, I gotta cook, I gotta drive my kids, I gotta do everything around here. You really like that, huh? Listen, somebody said feed your kids before mukbang. I fed her twice today. And back to my comment, when I saw all these Asian girls commenting me, I was like, wow, I was like in a shock. I'm sure you guys are the nice Asians, you know? There are nice Asians around. I'm one of them. Definitely, you know? And for some of you non-Asian girls, you know, hearing this and you're like, okay, mommy's saying you're being way too racist. You know exactly what you mean, okay? Just take yourself to Asia. Take yourself to Korea or China and just go to like downtown or something like that. And like you're the only white girl in town, okay? And you see another white girl mile away. See if you're gonna look at her or not, okay? Just reverse the role. Just put yourself there, okay? Yeah. Be nice to strangers. That's the whole story I'm trying to get at. Like I said, thank you guys for all the comments, all the love. Honey, obviously you're dripping everything, okay? Thanks guys. I'll see you later. Try this recipe.
I'm not done this.
What? You don't even need rice for this.
You know what? It's so good. You know what? So good with this.
Here. Hold it. %100% Korean. That's what Koreans do. You know? You need help? Peyton,
Yeah.
are you happy when I do mukbang?
Yeah.
Why?
I love
No, because you love me. That's your answer to everything? Because you love me?
you.
All done. Say bye!
Bye. Mommy,
Hmm?
I also live with that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know, Peppy. It's very spicy. I don't know.
Mmm.
Mmm, I need water.